In this video, I would be reading the hand of a 46-year-old lady. Step by step, I would give you the explanation regarding the health, happiness, and the relationship part, and the money aspect as well in her palm. Hi, I am Manish this side from palmistindian.com. Let's begin the palm reading. The first question that was asked was regarding her health. Now, to see health, we have to look at each and every aspect of a palm. Now you would wonder why we are taking a look at the right hand. The thing is that we have to consider both the hands to arrive at the conclusion. Both hands do not show total dissimilarity. People think that they are completely different. Yes, they can be completely different in very few people's case. So it doesn't matter if we read the right or the left hand, there might be minor dissimilarities. So the question regarding her health, for health we have to look at the lifeline. Now, person looking at this particular lifeline, they may say that, oh, the lifeline is short. But the thing is that this line reaches around the age of 75. Apart from this, there is also a supporting lifeline. Now, supporting lifeline is like a armor around that particular person, and it protects that particular person. It is something like they have a support system, they have that fighting abilities. Why we say fighting abilities? Because this is the area of Mars negative area. Mars negative area is the area of anger, aggression, and fire. People who have this particular line are the ones who have that fighting spirit. Fighting with against whom? Against difficult people, difficult situations, or against bad health as well, and coming out as winners. So it's not necessary only that the lifeline is seen for as far as for health related issues. You have to see the heart line as well. Apart from the lifeline, even the heart line. Now this particular heart line is super A1. There's absolutely no issues with this particular heart line. Many people, I was told that she's a little bit unwell. Now, I don't know the extent how bad her health is, but I would say that the heart line is perfect, super A1. See, normally what happens is that many people, they have got a heart line which has got island egg formation. It is broken up into pieces. It is unclear, and it has got many branches over it. So those are the worst kind of a heart line. That would mean anxiety and stress, and though that particular lady would also give anxiety and stress to their husband as well. But having a simple kind of a heart line like in this particular case, it would mean that absolutely no anxiety and stress, and such people are highly focused. They are able to offer their life to a single cause or a relationship. Even if there might be some issues, such a person would make a big problem appear to be such a small kind of a problem. So this is what it is. Now the person to whom I'm giving the reading, or the husband, they may agree or disagree about this particular aspect. That could be due to other aspects showing up in the hand. Like this is the line of life, and the headline is appearing to be from inside the lifeline. So this is the area for Mars negative, and if the headline is originating inside the lifeline, it would mean that anger and aggression is there in the mind. And when anger and aggression is there, it may appear to be like lots of stress is getting created, but as such, no such big problem may arise. Only the anger issues could be the only issue that might create some problem or the other. So in this way, it could also make the relationship a little bit bad, because when the person is angry, then there could be some fights and all a little bit, but nothing to a great extent. The headline is also very, very long, moving from one edge to the other. So it would mean that the person is very headstrong by nature. Mentally, the person is extremely strong. The length of the headline does not indicate the intelligence part. Some people confuse a long line. They would think that it would mean a very intelligent kind of a person. A short or a headline doesn't mean a short headline would not mean lack of intelligence, and a long headline would not mean more intelligence. The intelligence area is the area of Mercury. Now the Mercury area represent how intelligent or how skillful we are. So coming back to the line of head, a strong headline would mean strong mental boundaries that the person creates. Now those boundaries could be hard to break. So in a way it is good, and in another way it is bad. Like imagine a situation where lots of trouble surround this particular person. With the strong mental strength, the person would be able to cope up with those issues. With the strong mental strength, the person would be able to handle any problem and come out as winners. So this is a good aspect to have. Negative aspect can be seen with the same line. The person kind of cages himself in those particular boundaries around themselves, and they are not able to come out of those boundaries. So in that way it is negative. So every line does have a positive as well as negative aspects. So but in a way it is good, because who doesn't want a strong mental strength? Now to see for relationship, we also have to look at both the heartline and the headline in combination. So a very long headline would make the person very headstrong. So she's a very headstrong person. Then the heartline ends on the Mount of Saturn. So the person is materialistic, the person is grounded, the person knows the ground situations very well, the person respects money, the person values money, the person is able to multiply money. So this is what she is. She may be a housewife, but yet all these qualities are there within this particular person. So and she doesn't get hurt very easily, because if the heartline was very long, then the person would be very idealistic and very sensitive. Now again, this person is going to say, no, I'm a very emotional person. The reason why she is going to say she's an emotional person, because the heartline is kind of curving towards the Mount of Saturn. There's a curvature in the line. The main thing is that there's a curvature. Whenever there's a curvature, it makes a person very temperamental. It makes a person very temperamental. It makes a person very passionate. They display their emotions. They are expressive with their emotions. Like they might even cry. They might be very expressive with their emotions. But being expressive with your emotion does not necessarily mean that you are an emotional person. A long heartline would make a person very emotional, very sensitive. A long heartline would do things for free, but out here the person would never do anything for free. And in the end, she may admit that she's not an emotional person. She's a very realistic kind of a person, because Jupiter brings in more idealism and Saturn brings in more realism, being more realistic. So I would say that it is a good combination to have. And if the heartline was very long, the person's relationship, basically there would be higher expectations from the relationship, but she doesn't have those higher expectations from the relationship. She has got only realistic expectations from the relationship. So now we come to the area for intelligence, how good we speak, how good we communicate, and how good skillful the person is. Now having these perpendicular lines, no confusing lines, no crisscrossing lines. Some people, they have got crisscrossing lines. Those are very bad kind of lines. Those people would miscommunicate and miscalculate. If you miscommunicate and miscalculate, you are going to have a bad relationship as well, because if you speak wrong words, your relationship suffers. But having these perpendicular lines means that the person has got multiple set of skills. Now those multiple set of skills could be various types of multiple skills. It could be oratory skills, it could be written skills, it could be good at any subject, it could be even cooking or any other subject, any mathematical, any engineering, medical science, anything. Palmistry book says that having these 2-3 perpendicular lines would mean that the person is a good doctor, but not every person basically becomes a doctor. It could be even healer. They could be a doctor or they may not be doctor. We can't say anything like this, but the chances are good. I've been told she's a housewife. Now, as far as this particular time goes, now the money line is quite stable. This is the line of money and this is the headline. Intersection is 835. intersection of the heart and money line is age 53. So this is before the age of 35, this is 35 to 53, and this is 53 and beyond. So she's 46. I'm just reminding you, she's 46. So where, if this point is 35, this is age 53. So somewhere in the middle is age 44. So she's 46. So the money line is kind of ending out here, and the new one developing. There's another one side by side also, but those are weak lines. These are weaker lines. So there's a changeover that is appearing out here. And this also appears to be a break, I think, somewhere out here. So if this is 35, so this point is before the age of 35, around the age of 32. There's a break. It is also showing up in the left hand also. So a break out here, break basically generally refers to something to do with job loss, work loss, business loss. It could be any such thing. You notice that the break out here, this is before the age of 35, this is 35. This point is age 35 on the money line. So the break is out here before the age of 35. Now, on the right hand, this break is there. So somewhere close out here, money can get like, some money can be lost. It could be due to some reason or the other. We can't exactly pinpoint what. The reasons normally I give for a break in the money line is generally health loss, wealth loss. It could also do with job loss, work loss, business loss. It could also mean main earning member of the family, the health or wealth goes down. So more responsibility falls onto this particular person's head. And the third thing could be, could also be that one's personal life can also get disturbed. But I wouldn't say that particular aspect, because in general the hand is good. So that's the reason why those conclusions can't be made. If imagine a situation, let's say that the Mercury finger, this is the Mercury finger, it is appearing to reach the top line of the ring finger. But sometimes when we shoot the hand images, we shoot the hand images in a wrong way. And actually it might be small, but it may appear to be long. So I'm just giving a hypothetical situation. If Mercury finger was really short, that's when the person creates distance between near and dear ones, and the relationship suffers. But in this case, it appears that the Mercury finger is almost touching the ring finger. This is the ring finger, the top line. So if it is this long, then everything should be good as far as relationship goes. I'm just going to move back to the left hand a little bit. There are two significant lines, one bad and one good on the headline. This is an island-like formation on the headline, although it appears before the age of this portion is before the age of 35. So it is appearing before the age of 35. So headline, island under the finger of Saturn, it is a negative sign. It could mean depression, depressive tendencies. But because it's appearing at an early stage, we would say though that time has already gone by. It might have been in early 20s. This is one aspect. The inward movement of the line is also seen from the area of Mars negative. I'm not going to repeat. I've already mentioned. That would mean anger and aggression coming into the mind. This is also seen in this particular hand as well, anger and aggression. Headline originating on the mount of Mars negative means more anger and aggression in the mind, and that leads to that may lead to bad relationship. But it's not such a big issue out here because it's not such a significant line, because there are many good aspects on the palm. That's the reason why we can simply ignore those minor negative lines. Now the good aspect on her headline is that this particular line, this is the line for position, power. This is the area of Jupiter. This is the area for position, power, respect, honor. And having this particular line basically signifies person's mind getting guided by Jupiter. And person's mind guided by Jupiter signify that person wants to be at a high position. Person wants to be at a very high administrative position. Governance also is represented by this particular area. And having a solid line, something like this, many people, they may have a weak line, but out here we see a good line. Probably this particular line, if she's a housewife, it would have helped her father to reach to a higher position, or the family reach to a higher position, or after marriage it could have helped the husband also to reach to a higher position. So it's a very, very good line. Or it could also help the kids also to reach to a higher position. This line could also mean spirituality, because Jupiter is correlated with spirituality, religion. So inclination towards that particular aspect in one's life can be seen with this particular line. But just at this particular point, you would notice that the headline is moving a little bit upward. This is somewhere close to the age of 33 or so. Upward movement of the line towards the Mount of Mercury is again a good sign. Upward movement of the line means upliftment of the mind, and that is considered to be a good sign. It means that the person would have some success or good things in their life somewhere at that particular age. And towards the end of the money line, you would notice that there's a V-like formation. All these signs are considered to be good. V-like formation. It is seen in both the hands. It is out here as well. I'm just going to zoom in so that you can see it much more clearly. There's a V-like thing pointing out here towards the fingers. See, the reason why we say V is considered to be good is something like, and V pointing towards a finger is good, because it basically is something related to energies penetrating the fingers, energy, light, or whatever you can say, from different planets, and they penetrate the fingers and they enter the palm. Entering the palm means entering your life, and they get accumulated out here. So accumulation of those good energies is considered to be good, and this particular point becomes more significant. So if this is 53, so this point is going to be roughly 57, 58, 59. So those could be even better years. As such, the money line is good in her hand. The sun line is not so good. Sun line is known as the carrier line, but people who are working, they may also have similar kind of a line, and still they can be successful. But the best possible line comes somewhere after the age of 55. Weaker lines could mean doubt and self-doubt, lack of clarity as to what the person wants to do, and strong line means clarity in one's what we do. The presence of the line does indicate to being known in whatever we do, but because it lacks in strength, so that is a reason why the quality basically decreases. In this particular hand, also in the right as well as left hand, you do see these supporting lifelines. Supporting lifelines are considered to be good in every aspect. It covers every aspect of our life. It protects us from any bad aspect that may affect us. And specifically in the left hand, the quality of the Mars line, the guardian angel line, the supporting lifeline is good, and that's the reason why it is basically considered. See, some people, they may have very weak and wavy kind of a Mars line, very dim kind of a line, and very dim and unclear lines doesn't give any result as such. They may not benefit that particular person to even one bit. But having a strong line does help. It does bring strong protection. Although this line does start at a later stage, somewhere in the late 30s it starts. This point could be late 30s on the lifeline. So, but in a way, if a person does have these particular at a later stage also, it does help that particular person come out of any bad issues, bad health issues that may affect that particular person. A small kind of a line out here touching the headline, this is age 35. If it touches the headline somewhere out here, so it could be the age that she's running in. Small issues can crop up, but mentally, but nothing too major. And the break that we are seeing out here on the right hand is not showing up in the left hand. So I will just point to the money line out here. Money line break I have already indicated out here. This is the break that I was referring to. Around the age of 47 or so, this is the break that I was referring to. So in all, I would say the hand is good, the person is responsible, the person is focused, the person is very headstrong, the person has good set of skills. This is what we want in our life, and the person does have a balanced personality as well. Some issues may crop up just because of anger and aggression, but all those can be managed. And this is kind of a hand that supports the husband as well. Thanks, bye, and take care. I would just add few things out here before I end the video. Press the bell icon on YouTube and don't miss another update. You can call me or you can email me. These are the phone number and the email that I mentioned out here. And the importance of Moneyline. Everybody wants to know about Moneyline. People think that Moneyline will tell everything regarding money. No, that's not true. Moneyline only tells 10-15% of how much money we are going to make in our life. It has other aspects of our palm also that matters equally. Mercury, Venus, Mars, heart, head, each and every line can talk about the money aspect. And a saint once said, you don't need to go to an astrologer or a palmist to know about your future, because you already know your future. Present is a result of past. How will be my future? Future depends upon what you are doing in the present. What are we? We are product of our thoughts. So the thoughts that come to our mind are really important. Keep positive thoughts. Keep good company. That's what matters the most. Bye. Thanks for watching. Take care.